Jesus.
We're not.
We're not trying to. You're something else. Transformers.
But
no, she.
It's just kind of. I watch how we have flowed, and some things is just unsaid. We don't gotta say. It's like you got that part. I know you got that part. I know you got that part. And I think, and we talked about this before, that when we recognize that we're one, we're only successful as how am I trying to say this, Lex? As no, our weakest person, we can't be more successful. Yeah, correct. We won't be successful without that. Nobody can be deficient. Nobody can. So if I'm off, then that's an issue for everybody. You off or she off, that's an issue for everybody. And the other two people need to recognize that. And then we gotta We gotta and that's how it's gotta roll. And you gotta have that mindset, because it's like no man left behind. Yes. And some people will get into a no man left behind. And you gotta leave your ego at home. And I think we do a pretty good job at that. Even when we create stuff, I intentionally will put my name at the end just to keep my. I feel like I do that too. Do that. Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah. I've seen it. But that's what I'm saying. That's that unspoken thing that nobody is saying. So nobody just do is saying, but everybody is laughing. But yet we all dying. First I was afraid. How decent is that? It is. So what would you say, Larry? I gotta say, I got one word to describe. Only one. All the time. One word to describe. I mean, yeah, it is. It must be a powerful word. Because I mean, there's God, there's a bunch of things, but there's really, as I thought, and I listened to y'all cover it, humility. Y'all are two of the most humble women that I've been around. And so that humility for me has helped me to even embrace it, channel it, not be afraid of it because it's business. Because sometimes you feel like if you're too humble, you'll get taken advantage of. So it's the humility. Every day we come in here, you come with your effort. Every time we come, again, you have your stuff. We've each had things happen, life events. Jesus. Over these 2 years, major. In the times when we are recording, before we record, stuff is happening. While we're recording, stuff is happening. After we record, stuff is happening. It's just life. Right.
But we know the end result is bigger than us.
Yeah. And that goes back to the goal. Yep. So I'm going to run through the last few really quickly as far as the life hack. 15 reasons why you should not go into business with friends. 6 is financial arrangements.
Of course.
Yeah.
You may struggle to plan holidays and breakaways because one might be like, "Oh, I'm going to take."
No, we planning ours together.
Yeah,
you will place a huge strain on your finances. Friends and family business ventures usually lack expertise.
Okay,
ain't that something?
That's true.
Just because I like food truck,
but who know how to cook?
You can't even cook. I never tasted your food.
But everybody love my oodles and noodles and shrimp.
Right. It's trending right now. Everybody's starting a food truck. We should start one.
Let's start the legacy food truck.
Why not?
Grilled cheese.
Kia Denise, if you want to jump on board with us for this food truck, the time.
That's the time.
Collaborate with us. Emotions can often override good business sense.
Yeah, that's so true. You got to keep that out. You gotta
check emotions at the door.
You have to.
It can be hard to appraise your partner's performance. Relationship breakdowns can divide entire families and groups. Relationships can suffer even when the business venture succeeds.
Yeah.
Changing circumstances can upset the equilibrium of any partnership. And last, the business may not always be a priority.
No, can I just chime in real quick before we close this out? Because we know this past weekend, guys, we did a photo shoot and my husband was the photographer. Now, his skill set is really videography. So anytime we ask him to do photography, he will do it. However, there is some hesitance behind it because, again, that's not where his mastery is in, right? So I understand that. So I'll work with you with that. I'm not asking for you to, come with the best of the best, but, can you meet me somewhere? You do know how to work a DSLR camera, right? I mean, or iPhone. You can take some good shots. But when we first started, I felt like it was so challenging to have him work on my projects. Because I will always not be a priority. Just like that thing said, I felt like I wasn't a priority. So, for example, when we did this photo shoot, my question to him was, how do you want me to schedule it with you? Because I'm going to treat you like a professional. And I went to him just like that. Do you need me to text it to you? Do you need me to email it to you? Are you a verbal guy? What's the best way if I am your client
to communicate with you? Yeah. She pays.
She pays.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. How do I communicate that to you? And that to me is so important. Is somebody has to separate the two, else we ain't gonna get shit done. I'm sorry.
You got to.
And I'm serious about everything it is that we have going on. Whether he takes it as serious as not. When you show up and you do something for us, I need your A game to be on, right? Because this ain't for fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you better communicate that to whoever it is that you're working with. It's not for fun. But we got out there. The shoot went really, really well. But there was still conflict because as a photographer, they come to the job and they just do the job, right?
Yeah.
They come, you give them your vision, which I gave him our vision and our location where we was going. But there would still seem like, to me, added conversation that was unnecessary. I'm trying to get in my creative space. We have a long day. Mm-hmm. A long day. Yeah. Again, I got to be on my A game. So your extra questions is not really helping me. Mm-hmm. That's why I fired and hired him.
She made this point very clear, you guys. Several times he was getting fired and hired.
And then we brought him back. It's a union here.
It does pose challenges. It's benefits because, again, you have the cost factor where you're not putting out $200-$300 to have a photographer. You have another creative person, which is a beautiful thing to connect with. But there are times, if people don't show up, husband or not, then you can't be a part of my creative team. And I'm very clear about that. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You just can't. And he should say the same thing about me. If I don't bring my A game, I don't care.
I ain't out here playing this cold
every night. Yeah. Nobody got time for that. No.
And I think, so to your point, I think that it has to be, whether it's your friend, your husband, whoever your close person that you're going to be in business with, you got to set the expectation from the beginning.
Expectation.
And you have to let them know and hold them accountable. So it's almost as if it's saying, okay, well, when we're behind the closed doors, we're husband and wife.
Yep.
But once I book you,
that's it.
Once I book you and we're now in work mode, you ain't my husband. I'm your client. And you got a job to do and I got a job to do. So if you're not living up to my expectation, best believe I'm going to hold you accountable for it. And that should not come back home once we get home.
And that's the thing too. You got to learn how to separate.
You got to know how to separate the two. And I think that's why it just doesn't work out because people don't know how to separate the two.
It's the emotion part. Yeah. So one of the things, for those who are either in business with their friends, thinking of starting business with their friends,
we're not saying don't do it, but what we are saying is think about it. Make sure they have some expertise. Make sure that you set your expectations from the gate. Tell her leave your emotions at the door. And come on, start figuring it out. I mean, it can be done. It can be done, you guys. You can do it.
What's some advice for people?
Some advice, again, I reiterate what Jazz said. Set clear expectations. Be willing to hold people accountable. Friends, family, husband, wife, whoever. And be willing to let those go who are not adding value to whatever creative project that you're working on. It's too much of a risk. It's too much. Your time is too valuable to be with anyone who is not adding value to whatever it is that you're doing.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
That I did with that.
So as we wrap up for today, guys, we want to thank you as always for listening in. We are so excited because we are coming close to January 27th. Which is our Brilliance Business Brunch with the Legacy. So we're looking forward. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, you got to get it.
Get your ticket.
You got to grab your ticket. It's going to be wonderful.
We're going to be there.
To that point, make sure you stay connected with us because we're always doing events. We're doing pop-up podcasts. If for any reason you can't make the event, send your delegate.
Not your friend.
Don't send your...
Choose somebody that knows the expertise of what your business is about.
Right. They're going to be like, I don't know. I'm going to ask her.
But we have all
I just got her business card.
Make sure you email. Make sure you stay in contact with us. You can find us on Instagram at leadingladies2 Legacy. You can find us on Facebook at the Legacy Podcast Philly. Make sure if you haven't yet, go and become a member of our Black Women Business Owners page because that's important. And on YouTube, we're the Legacy Podcast.
Yep, the Legacy Podcast. Okay. There's audio there, guys, not video. We're also on iTunes. We're also on SoundCloud. We're on Spreaker. And we are also on Spotify. And Google Play.
Right,
so you guys can listen.
We leveling up.
We everywhere.
So you better come. Make sure you get in contact with us. We got plenty of sponsorship opportunities, so you don't want to miss it. And one final quote I'll give: one of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember to chase your dreams
and leave your legacy.
We out.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.